Hey buddy, watch this.
Hello, Regis Kilbin is the name, and Hearthstone is the game, and this is a deck spotlight on a secret buff Paladin created by the professional player Strifecro. This deck is a little bit unlike anything I've ever seen before. At its core, it has secret Paladin pieces, Mysterious Challenger, and of course, a handful of different secrets. But it takes the kind of egg buff Paladin that's currently being played as a secret Paladin and transforms it into something even different than that. It has the Dragon Egg, it has the early game minions, but it also includes cards like Nat the Darkfisher, which you just have never seen before in an actual game. I had to craft this card just to do this spotlight, so by God, I'm trusting Strifecro that this is actually a playable deck. But it also includes cards like Dragonkin Sorcerer and Jinny of Zephyrs, which you never see either. So there are a ton of buff cards, like Seal of Champions, and Blessing of Kings, and even Rallying Blade, and even Abusive Sergeant's kind of a buff, and then you've got Competitive Spirit and Blessing of Wisdom, which is an unusual card to see as well. So all those have synergy with the Jinny of Zephyrs and the Dragonkin Sorcerer and their effects. But you've also got things to buff, right? The Dragon Egg is an obvious example. Argent Squire is great because of that Divine Shield, but even Nat the Darkfisher makes sense in this deck for a variety of reasons, right? Nat the Darkfisher is all about having big stats for its cost with a potential downside. In other words, you're getting 1 extra health on this minion. Instead of it being a 2-mana 2/3, it's a 2-mana 2/4. There is some risk. You can give your opponent a card every turn that Nat the Darkfisher's on the board. But here's the dilemma for them, right? If they leave Nat the Darkfisher on the board to benefit from that card draw, 2 things happen. 1, they leave a very efficient minion on the board that can trade into their early game. But 2, and the real catch, the real benefit to this card in this deck is that they leave a body out to buff. So they don't kill Nat the Darkfisher because they get greedy. They think they can get some cards. Suddenly you've got Seal of Champions. Suddenly you've got Blessing of Kings. It essentially tricks your opponent into leaving a minion around for you to benefit from all these different buffs. So it's surprisingly efficient and works unbelievably well in a deck like this. Whereas you would never expect to see it in any other kind of list. So between all the buff cards, between all the buff targets, between the big finisher pieces, as I'll call them, Mysterious Challenger, Tyrian Forge Ring, you've basically got a deck that can be super aggressive in the early game, leverage a board, recover cards thanks to Divine Favor, Blessing of Wisdom, create a lot of friction for your opponents, push them out of the game with big Mysterious Challenger turns, and of course drop Tyrian anytime he's in hand and you have the mana to essentially win the game. So it's sort of a mid-range Paladin deck, all about secrets and buffs. It does all kinds of crazy stuff. It doesn't always do it super well or consistently, but I love the mentality of this deck. I love that you can fit Nat the Darkfisher and Jinny of Zephyrs into this list. Even Dragonkin Sorcerer is a pretty unusual card. So all that said, now that we've seen the list, let's go ahead and take it out onto the ranked ladder and see it in action. Because that's really how you can learn a deck, right? That's how you learn the intricacies, that's how you learn the gameplay strategy, that's how you learn to mulligan, and that's exactly what we're going to try to do with the Secret Buff Paladin by Strifecro, including Nat the Darkfisher, one of the, what I thought was unplayable cards from the Whispers of the Old God set, but it turns out it has actually found a home, which I'm super excited about. Okay, so as far as the mulligan's concerned, we definitely want our 1-drops, Argent Squire, the Egg are big picks. Noble Sacrifice can be good depending on the class, right? But with Hunter, it's actually not bad against Huge Toad and King's Elec, so we might keep it since we do have the Argent Squire. Let's see what we get here. You don't typically, I was gonna say, you don't typically want to keep secrets because you're looking for that Mysterious Challenger turn, but Noble Sacrifice is the one you can keep because you have 2 copies of it and you can still benefit from the Mysterious Challenger turn later. But unfortunately for us, we actually drew it. We drew the 2nd copy, so we really wasted it there. But I mulligan Seal of Champions because it doesn't have a ton of synergy with Argent Squire. I mean, it's great sometimes in your opening hand, but we're just going to test the secret. It's always Bear Trap, right? And we'll play Nat, and we'll coin the Noble Sacrifice here. And this will probably attack into the Noble Sack, and we can trade back in with the Argent Squire, which leaves Nat alive. Nat already gave him a card. One benefit of Nat with this deck is there's actually Divine Favor synergy. The more cards you give them, the more you can Divine Favor, right? So it's an interesting additional synergy. So Seal of Champions is going to be amazing here. We'll trade the Argent Squire and Seal Nat to get that one in, and that's a good card to see because we do have a 4-drop, so we're looking pretty good into the late game. So suddenly Nat is a huge threat, and we have a pretty firm board. We can kind of kill that, but I don't really want to. Drawing Secrets sucks when you have Mysterious Challenger in hand. Since we have a variety of minions here, I'm just going to start pushing face. This is an aggressive deck. You want to do damage, so we're drawing him cards. That sucks. We don't want that to go off too much. So we don't have a turn 5, and our Mysterious Challenger keeps getting worse by the second. So that math doesn't add up too well. He's going to kill this one, I think, because he likes Nat. And that's kind of the whole point of Nat, right? He's a 5/4 that he wants to leave on the board. So I don't know, he's all 6 damage, 3 damage multipliers here. Even Quick Shot doesn't really help. The math is still awkward. But I need a play next turn. I don't want to have to Hero Power double Secret. I might, but I don't want to. Oh, Hunter's Mark. That's intriguing. Still doesn't kill Nat, though. He's going to trade this way, which is right. But so Noble Sacrifice will be good either way, probably. We're going to have to make a bad play, it looks like. So, Noble Sacrifice probably means Nat lives through the turn. Maybe not with Quick Shot or something, but if he attacks the wrong way, this will die to the Noble Sacrifice. Or he'll take 2 damage, which is still pretty relevant because he's getting very low. So he's thinking about killing Nat now, finally, because he's like, oh gosh, I have 11 health. This is kind of scary. Stuff like High Main's pretty slow. Mysterious Challenger is only going to get us 2 secrets, I guess, since we have 1 up already. But there's a chance this gets at least 2 minions here. Oh, wow! What a boss play! No! What a boss play. Jeez. So, of course, we'll play this. Snipe stuff, man. It sets up the kill. I mean, this will come back, so hopefully it lives, but we'll see. He's already used the Hunter's Mark, that won't be relevant anyway. It's not a good Repentance. It did maybe force his hand, though. He may have made it an inefficient play just to test the Repentance. If he doesn't trade here, we may just draw a card off our own Blessing. That was an odd attack if he wanted to kill this, so he's certainly not worried about killing it right now. I think he played that turn about as well as possible, honestly. I mean, this is kind of intriguing because I give it the buff, but it's just going to die. It has 6 health and he has 7 damage on the board, so... although it will come back, but he could still kill it with this. 6, and then this would kill the Redemption version. I think I have to attack here just to test the Blessing of Wisdom. Just to draw a card, right? It's not a very efficient play, but I do have to get to his face eventually. And we don't have any weapons or anything to get through this normally. You can, of course, use Blessing of Wisdom on an enemy minion. to deny it attacking, but I really just need the card right now. So I'm going to look and see what I get. It's actually not the worst card ever. I'm not even going to summon a dude, because that will proc my redemption. If I draw something like a Tyrion, I would really be mad at myself for summoning a dude. In worst case scenario, I might be able to get like a... Well, that sucks. This Hunter deck is unusual, to say the least. I don't know if we're going to be able to piece together enough damage in time. That was a pretty crazy play. I need, like, Tyrion. Oh, hello! That'll do. That'll do. I mean, he may still have answers for it. He's double deadly shotted, though, right? Or, like, crazy. Maybe that was a different game I already played. I don't think he's deadly shotted, has he? So he knows this is redemption. Like, he knows another Tyrion's coming back, right? He has to know that. Reno Hunter. Okay, well, I don't think we're equipped to deal with that, I'll be honest. He did that in a pretty unusual way. I'm not sure he was expecting that. He seemed to... Yeah, I think he traded a little awkwardly there. So it's going to get me an extra charge of my weapon. In fact, well, I can't really keep Reno alive, can I? No, not exactly. This is a 6-mana play. I could play the Jenny, but I don't have any buffs yet. So I'm actually going to kill that Reno, but I'm going to attack his face first to give me one extra charge of... one extra charge of the Ashbringer here, because it'll refresh it, of course. So Divine Favor pulls us back in this game. We're honestly still in it, sort of. I mean, our health is low, but I don't think he's got like a super aggressive deck. It's all control-based. So we have 11 damage on the board right now. A Blessing of Kings puts us at 15. Could put him to 10 and still have a board. He's going to play Yogg-Saron. That's Yogg-Saron right there on the far left. He's thinking about it. But he hasn't cast that many spells. He's played a lot of minions. Sylvanas is pretty good. I kind of need to deal with Sylvanas before I do this stuff. I can take a 50-50 here with the dude. I could also just guarantee that she's dead and doesn't get a minion. I think I'll just make the super inefficient play here and take myself to 10, but give myself a chance to win next turn. So basically when I Blessing of Kings here, this is a 5-5, this becomes a 9-11, and this is an 8 damage charge. Plus 5 is 13, plus 5 is 18 damage. So there's a chance we draw lethal here, but no, not quite. I don't know if I can deal with all this stuff and live. Ugh. I don't think I can do this. I have to give him the Jenny or something. Yeah. There's no way for me to clear enough. I can take a 50-50. You know, it takes me to 5. Man. No, I don't think I have a way out here, right? Could try to give him the Silverhand Recruit from the Sylvanas, but then I can't kill this stuff, or I have to take 5 face damage. This is what I want to do, right? So I'm just going to show you how cool this is. But it's unfortunately not lethal in this instance. It's close. It's close, but it's not lethal. So we'll just give it to him. I don't think there was a way out of that turn. We either had to take 5 face damage to kill Sylvanas and take a 50-50, or give Sylvanas a Jenny, because it had 6 health, right? So it's hard to kill it off and the minion, not give anything up. Wouldn't have mattered anyway, because any minion alive would have killed us here with the Call of the Wild. It's taken a while to find this lethal, huh? He didn't spot it yet. That's tough. Reno Hunter is not something you expect every day. I don't know. I thought we gave it a pretty good game, though. He played our secret turn perfectly until the Tyrion. Until the Tyrion. Couldn't even win it with 2 Tyrions, though. That's not a good sign. It was really that power shot that beat us. That was nuts. It's one of the best power shots I've ever seen. So unexpected, too. So we'll give it another go. I think that was pretty fun. Oh, he wants to be our friend. Let's see if he's nice or if he's mean. You never quite know. Good game. Oh, nice. Yeah, fun. Yeah, fun. 2 weird decks. Okay. He agrees. So again, I don't really want to keep the Noble Sack. It's even worse against a Warrior just because there's nothing that's got 2 health that we're likely to snipe. Little does he know this is a net deck. Just an unusual one. So again, I just don't love this. I'd rather try to protect something valuable than just play it randomly. So we'll hold on to this. This, for instance, could be worth protecting, but not really, because we don't have a good buff into it. I'm just going to play a dude and try to build a little bit of resources here. I do want to get off to an aggressive start against a Warrior, but we kind of have to be careful about how we manage this stuff. That's a good card to see, of course. I'm going to go ahead and give this Blessing of Wisdom. It might sound crazy, but it's going to be hard for him to kill, I think. Or at least he's going to try to use a weapon and may not pull it off. So we're going to do this. So I'm hoping... I'll have to answer those questions later. I'm hoping he can't kill this. Oh my goodness gracious, this is the combo. You don't see this every day. Probably should have drawn first, but I can't imagine a better play on curve than this. And yeah, we'll start pressuring his face with the weapon. I know we don't have a lot of them, but we do have 2. And we have some good plays coming up, so I just want to apply a lot of pressure. He's playing awfully slow. I'm scared of Brawl. I'm a little scared of Brawl, so I don't think I'm going to play both dudes. I think I'm going to just commit to a Seal of Champions instead of playing like the Keeper. Because it is a Brawl turn on 5. He has a ton of cards. He almost definitely has Brawl, so I don't want to build in extra resources that I don't have to. But just in case he doesn't have it, I do want to make this hard for him. And I'm actually going to save the weapon this time around, just in case I need to deny something that might endanger my challenger next turn. There is the Brawl, so we made the right call there. We could have had 2 extra minions out that would have suffered. Oh, sick. Our best guy lived. Very nice. Really, really, really nice. So we'll definitely play the Mysterious Challenger, and I'm actually going to play it before we draw a card, because look what just happened. This is actually worse than not drawing it. I would have rather drawn 0 cards than drawn that right there, because it cost me a secret. And I want to draw this, in case this is a secret, we want to draw after we play the Challenger. I mean, he can Harrison Jones this turn, but if he does, he's like no mana left, and we do 10 damage to his face. So I don't think I'm worried about the weapon. I'm still going to hold. We can do 13 next turn plus 4. So we can do a ton of damage next turn. He's finally found a way to kill this, it looks like. I wonder what that's going to be. It's not execute, I guess. Looks like execute. Yep, that's fine. We may kill this with a weapon. Let's just see what we get. Gnat. Gnat's kind of intriguing. Yeah, we can weapon this and Blessing and dude and egg, I guess. I like that pretty well. Could also trade here, but I like the blessing, so I think we'll just use the weapon to kill this guy. And we'll egg. The question is, maybe we could Nat in competitive spirit. He's at 8 cards. Nat could put him on 10 and pressure kind of a mill, but I don't want to give him stuff too much. I think I'll do this instead. Competitive spirit's not likely to hit very big, so let's try this. We got Tyrion next turn, or Keeper Dragonkin is actually good too. It could just depend on his board. I like Tyrion when he doesn't have armor for a shield slam. He's used 1 shield block, but we don't really know a lot about this guy's deck yet. He hasn't played much. He could be Cthulhu even. I don't... Ragnaros is not a good answer to this board. I mean, he could get a lucky hit here, but... Oh, come on, Rag. Why you gotta be that way, Rag? I can actually kill Rag. Is it worth it, though? I don't know. I can turn Rag into a 3-3 and turn one of my guys into a 3-3. It plays... I get 2 3-4s and a 2-1 out of it. I'm actually gonna do it. I'll go ahead and do it on this guy just to get the extra body. This is quite a bit of pressure we're applying, right? It's 6, 7, 9 damage. He's got 14 health, so I know it's weird to not play Tyrion, but he can kill a Ragnaros. We're gonna do it, right? Second brawl, okay. It's probably a little early for that, but I'll take it. Second worst outcome, but not the worst. Acolyte of Pain's a good card to play into that. I guess we'll just Tyrion. I mean, that's a good Divine Shield pop. But, I don't know. Harrison Jones is a little threatening. Maybe we do something like Dragonkin, Nat, Rallying Blade. Just to bait out the Harrison. But he has to kill it to Harrison, so he'd have to use a lot of mana to accomplish that. And he's going to be close to overdrawing, so we're going to try this. Oh, he can't actually pop the Divine Shield. We still have a Noble Sacrifice up. He has never attacked with either his face or a minion. He has not drawn a weapon or used one or gotten a minion to stick on the board. It's crazy. What is in his hand? That's actually important that it protected the Divine Shield. Now it takes like a weapon or double shield slam to get through this. And he doesn't have any armor right now, so he has to find some armor. Then he has to find 2 hits on this guy. So it is a Cthulhu Warrior. We didn't know. Okay, well that's an easy kill. Seal of Champions. We can actually buff something here. I don't really want to equip a weapon because I think my Tyrion's going to die. But I think I have to. Because we have a pretty cool 10 mana play. In fact, I should technically do this the other way. So I'm going to play the Dragonkin. And I'm going to Seal of Champion it. And then I'm going to Rallying Blade. So that Tyrion also gets this buff. It's not needed to clear the guy, but it technically could make a difference. And then I'm going to use 1 weapon charge at the very least. And now we have a ridiculous board that he cannot brawl, because he's double brawled. He may be able to pull together a shield slam on one of them, but can he kill the Dragonkin Sorcerer? I don't know. I just don't know. He's got Cthulhu too, probably, but I think his Cthulhu's only an 8/8, so it probably wouldn't even kill either minion. He'd have to get really lucky. Yeah, his Cthulhu's an 8/8, so he's got an Execute, but that just gives me a 5 damage weapon. Cthulhu, Shield Block, Armor Up, Shield Slam, Execute? No, Twin Imps. Okay, well that's It's not bad. Admittedly not terrible. We can kill both, obviously, by trading. And just play... We can just load up the board, because we know he doesn't have Brawl. And this does give me a chance to expire the weapon for Tyrion. No Brawl means these guys can go nuts. Nat did not punish us, thankfully. Divine Favor would be good. It's 2 of them are sitting in the bottom 10 cards, so I think we're going to win the game this turn, but Divine Favor would still be nice to see. This is kind of a ridiculous board. I kind of like this. Competitive Spirit should hit at least a couple guys, right? Does he not have Executes? We've seen one, but where's the other? Shield Slam, he's just going to have trouble getting there. That's the real problem with Shield Slam. That's smart. He did not execute the guy that gives me additional damage. So this would have only removed 2 damage from the board, right? Whereas the one he executed removed a full... Oh, never mind. He just kills both. That's fine, too. So we have 4, 7, plus 5 is 12 damage. Nope, not quite. We have 9 damage on board. Blessing of Kings wins the game, I think. Divine Favor probably gets us close. Ginny's good, but not lethal. This is 6 plus 5. This is 1 off lethal, so let's go ahead and Blessing and make this trade. Does this give us lethal? I think so, right? The Blessing buffs it enough. Yeah, that's lethal. Cool. Oh, we got the Blessing too, so overkill. Yeah, nice. Wow, good win. Cthulhu Mortar's not an easy thing to beat. We just had a board. What a fun game. What a cool deck. I really like it. Let's try at least one more game. I think we can win another one. I really like this. This is fun. Paladin's not very popular right now, so it's unusual to see Paladin at all. It's doubly unusual to see Nat the Darkfisher in Paladin, so... Oh, Shaman's going to be an interesting challenge. I wonder if we can keep up or not. We need to get some good early game. I'm actually going to keep the Seal. I think I'll keep the Rallying Blade too. Maybe I don't want to keep the Seal since I have the Rallying Blade. This is good against 3 health stuff. In combo with this, it's also good against 4 health stuff, which is important against Shaman due to Tunnel Trog and Totem Golem. This is probably not good. I don't think I want to see this. I think I want board presence first. So unfortunately, I think he'll pop my Divine Shield, which is bad. Oh my god, double Divine Favor is not good. We need faster stuff. I hope he doesn't pop the Divine Shield. Nice. He actually helped me out there. Coin Rallying Blade's good, but it's not like the best play ever. Because we could just Hero Power or even Blessing of Wisdom. Blessing of Wisdom's bad with Divine Favor, though. Because we're running out of stuff. I want to save the Rallying Blade, I think. I know I can turn this into a 2-2. Attack there. Maybe pop the Divine Shield there. I guess it's worth it. I might also just hold on to it. And attack here. Just gonna hold it. It's so much better against other stuff that I don't really want to use it. What? Why? What? Oh, at least we can debuff it, right? My god. I don't even know what to make of that. Oh my god. Here I think I'm smart keeping my Divine Shield up. Great news. At least he's giving me cards. Bad Divine Favor synergy, but I don't know. We might be able to work our way out of this, honestly. I've seen crazier things happen. So I think we're going to just play all the 1-mana stuff in our hand. He might think it's Noble Sacrifice. It's not, but he might think that. If he doesn't kill any minions, he might Lightning Storm and we're like donezo. But if not, we're actually going to have 6, 7, 8 damage on board. Which is not enough to kill that, unfortunately, but it is not the worst hand ever. This is good if I had the coin. Ooh, clutch draw, boys. We're so low, though, that we're probably still dead, but it's a clutch draw nonetheless. I think I have to kill this. And I don't think I can take any face damage with my weapon anymore anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're probably dead, but there's a chance. There's a chance. If 6, 8 damage is going to take us a couple turns to kill him, so we just need to live for like a couple turns. We can handle that. We can kill that. That's a little tougher. We'll definitely play this and probably just go ahead and leave the Totem Golem alive and let it attack into the Noble Sacrifice. It might cost us, but I guess I can leave this alive. Trade. What do we have? Noble Sac, Repentance, and Redemption. This wouldn't be the worst to redeem. This is the worst target to redeem, but it's the best minion right now. Sacrificing these now does give me more total damage, so even though I don't like sending 3 minions in instead of just 2, I think I'm still going to do it. And I do have to kill one thing at the least, because I want that Noble Sacrifice to be relevant. I'm going to go ahead and hit the face just to see if we can't kill him. We have 9, 11, 13, 16 damage. There's a chance we draw lethal next turn if he doesn't kill us. Toltrog does not kill me. That doesn't kill me either. We might have a chance to win here. This comes back as a 2-1 too, right? So we're going to have a lot of damage. It does not do it. We have 8, 11, 13, 15. We have 18 damage. Let's do that one more time. It's 4, 10, 13, 15, 18, and nothing has Divine Shield, so we can't buff it. I can't even Divine Favor. God, really? I mean, I can just trade, I guess. It sucks, but I cannot kill him, and I have to clear the board, so we can clear the board and avoid damage. He's going to be overloaded a fair bit, or at least a little bit. Sucks. We're that close. I hope I didn't miss anything, but I don't think we did. We're still going to be close this turn, so we're not in a worse spot than we were. We're still 4 damage off. And Divine Favor might be relevant. And buffs, any buff card too is awfully good. As long as it's not a taunt totem. Flame Tongue we can just ignore, probably, hopefully. It doesn't do it. This only draws me 1 card right now. I don't think I have lethal again, but he doesn't either. So I'm just going to keep contesting the board and building resources, it looks like. But we'll Divine Favor one of these. I don't think there's any 1-mana card that wins me the game. Oh, does that? No, I don't think so, right? We're at 6, 9. Go to 11. God! So frustrating. So I guess I'd rather this be a 3-1 than the other one be a 3-2 because it's more potential damage. And 1 damage is not something Shaman does particularly better than 2 damage or 3 damage, so it's probably okay. We just have to stay alive again, and I think we're good. We may not have it yet, though, still. That doesn't help. God, we can kill it pretty easily, at least, but it does steal 5 damage away. So we have 7 damage showing. Blessing of Wisdom is 8 damage. Divine Favor is useless, so that's not going to be relevant. Go this way to clear. I have to kill this if I don't clear the board, so I'm in a little bit of a pickle. Because it does 6. The chance of him not having 1 damage is like minuscule. I'm going to go for it though. I'm going to leave it alive and send this to face as a 4-5. 4-6, excuse me. And look for lethal. Like Blessing of Kings. Serious Challenger's not lethal. I don't even think it gets me a secret. Maybe the other Noble Sack? Yeah, it does. Oh, well, that's actually hyper relevant to keep that on lockdown. Okay. Still haven't found lethal, but that was a good draw. Probably. Maybe. Oh, that might have been it. He might have, like, Lightning Bolt or something. That's not it? That's actually not it. Do we... Yeah, we should have more than enough. He's going to trade, though, so maybe not. Oh, my God. This thing is in the way. Divine... Oh! Yes! Yes! Finally! Jeez. Wow. Oh, my God. We held off forever. Never had it. We were 1 damage off, 2 damage off, 4 damage off, 3 damage off. Oh my God, we finally pulled it out though. What a good win. Poor guy never drew lethal, but neither did we. And we had those 2 dead Divine Favors for a long time, so I don't feel bad. I feel like we gave that a pretty good run and got lucky finally at the end. Finally. So good deck. I'm really enjoying this. The Secret Buff Paladin by Strifecro, you'd never expect it from that mana curve or from the card quality, but by God, it seems like it's got some potential. It's a pretty fun way to play Secret Paladin. So if you want to dredge up nightmares of the old Secret Paladin meta, this might be the deck to do so, but you also catch some people off guard with Nat the Darkfisher. So that's going to wrap it up for this deck spotlight. If you have any questions about this deck or my plays, feel free to leave a comment. I'll try to address them. I'll certainly read them. Thanks so much for your time, and until next time, game on.